Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems, as I've taken from my good friend Apollo. I think we should do more of an introduction like Friends and Fiends. Alright, we're going to switch over to the game here. So, going to continue my play of the 1965 World Series here on Out of the Park Baseball 21. For those of you who were watching before, I actually went ahead and simulated through the game 2 of the series, which puts the Twins up 4-1 over the Dodgers in game 2. If you remember from the first video, Minnesota got slaughtered 9-2 in game 1 with Sandy Koufax pitching his brains out. So we're going to go ahead and get to game 3. I think game 3 will put us in Los Angeles, yep. And as always, we're going to just move the Dodgers over to AI as we're playing the Twins. And let's go ahead and get the game going. Taking that one for ball 1 there to start off with. Let's see. Shallow center. Oh, no, he's going to go ahead and catch that one. Give me 1 second here. We're going to... There we go. Take something off. Just had to move something around from the chat. All right, Harmon Killebrew, the killer. Up here, batting second. And taking that one for strike 1. Go ahead and... Oh, down on strikes. All right. Just going to go ahead and swing away on this one to start off with. Oh, it's going deep, it's going deep, it's going deep. It's gone. 387 feet. Twins are up 1-0. All right. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. The number 4 batter. Oh, it's going to go to the second baseman, and that ends the inning. 1 run off a 1 long ball hit. After the top of the first is over, the Twins are up 1-0. All right. Dodgers up to bat now. To the shortstop. To first. 1 out. And gets to first on walks. Off a 4-1 count. Oh. Fortunately, they were able to get to first in that one, so got runners on first and second at this point. Gonna go ahead and put them back to double play depth in the infield. And we're gonna pitch to contact. And he got him out at first. That's 2 outs, but we got runners at second and third. All right. Oh, another walk. Another walk. So despite having only 1 hit in the inning, bases are loaded. Not looking good for the Twinkies so far. All right. Oh. Ball to center field, and he grabs the out. They escape out of the inning. That inning ends. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. All right, starting things off here in the second inning. Oh, and a little hit to the shortstop for 1 out. Oh, almost got the gap, but the second baseman's able to grab that one. And that one's deep, deep going in, and that one is gone. Twins are up 2-0 off a 420-foot home run. So similar repeat of last inning where they were down two outs and able to smack one over the fence. All right. The 1-2 count, and he goes down on strikes. Another run and a hit for the Twins as they are up 2-0 in the middle of the second. Well, gets to the third. Can he get to the first baseman? He does in time to retire the batter for out number 1. Oh, gets to the second baseman. Easy throw to first, and that's out number 2. And, oh, over the third baseman, into left. And there's a hit on the board for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second. And he puts him down on strikes. And that'll end the inning. Not as big of a threat this inning from the Dodgers, and the Twins, after 2, are up 2. Well, the first batter goes down on strikes. And another strikeout victim in the inning. It's 2 down. And he walks one. Killebrew now at first. So not quite a repeat of the last 2 innings, but we still have a runner on base after 2 outs. And he goes down on strikes. 3 strikeouts in the inning. No hits. No runs, no errors. First scoreless inning for the Twins in this one. Still leading 2-0. Oh, hello there, Prawn. All right. Bottom of the third here. Hopefully the Twins don't put themselves in such a pickle as they have the last couple innings. And that one's going to the shortstop. Can he get to the first in time? He does. Puts him away for 1 out. How's it going, Prawn? right, here's the pitch. Oh, it's a laser there to left field. That's going to put a runner on base. Then he gets the second in time for a double. That's cool. I had deep dish pizza for dinner. All right, so with the Dodgers with only one out, but threatening a runner on second in scoring position. And here's the delivery. And that one's a long fly ball to deep left, but he's going to grab that one for out number 2. Oh, to the gap. Shortstop, he puts it away. And the threat has been neutralized for that inning. So after 3, the Twins leading in Los Angeles 2-0. All right, here we are on the top of the 4th. And another Twins batter going down on strikes. And he gets into the gap in shallow center field. That'll put a runner on base for the Twins. All right, 1 out. Runner on first. No real threat of stealing, though. He takes that one for strike 1. And he goes down on strikes. 2 outs. Oh, not enough to the second baseman for out number 3. And the 4th is over. Only 1 hit on that one. With a runner stranded. Still 2-0. I feel like I need to sprinkle in some commercial breaks like it would be in a normal baseball game, but I'm not that creative tonight. All right, here we go to start off the bottom of the 4th. And he goes down on strikes. Fanta, Fanta, don't you want a Fanta? Fanta, the drink developed by Coke so they could continue to sell to the Nazis. That's actually historically accurate. Oh, puts it in for the second baseman to first, and he is away for out number 2. Either side has had a 1-2-3 inning in this one so far, and that one's deep to right, to the warning track, and he's gone. And that is our first 1-2-3 inning of the game. After 4, Twins still up 2-0. Both sides with 3 hits recorded. All right, starting things off. Starting things off here at the top of the 5th. And putting that one in shallow right with a runner on first for the Minnesota faithful. And the pitcher now up to bat. Because again, we are playing, I think, we're playing pre-DH rules in Major League Baseball, so we're going to play it as accurate as possible. And he'll go down on strikes for 1 out. All right, back to the top of the order for the Twins. And there's Chris with the color commentary and great humor here. All right. And 1-1 count. He gets it. And that one's going to be recorded as a hit. He's on his way to second with a double for the inning. That'll give Minnesota runners on second and third base with only one out. So Minnesota once again threatening to score to further the gap in this game. And Killebrew will go down on strikes. Los Angeles doing what they can to neutralize the threat. And that's in the gap. That's going to bring one home. And another one's on his way. He'll get there in time for a two-run single. And that puts up Minnesota 4-0. Two outs and two more runs on the plate. And that one's going to go to left, and he's going to catch that one easily to end the inning. So two more runs off of a wild single, and the Twins have a pretty comfortable cushion now going into the bottom of the fifth. And Camilo Pascal with only 69 pitches on the game so far, which should hopefully put him in a couple more innings in this game. Yeah, it was low and outside for ball 4. So Los Angeles starts the fifth inning out with a runner on first. And he's going to hit that one to second, and they're only going to elect to get one out for that one. So one out off a batter's choice, I guess. Not much of a threat to run there from the guy on second. Not sure why they didn't go for the double play there. And that one's going to be an easy out, number 2. First baseman of the pitcher. 2 outs, but Los Angeles is threatening with a guy 90 feet away from home plate. Lactate pills before ice cream. When you just can't quite make it home. And another walk on the inning. That's going to put runners in the corners for Los Angeles. And he's going to get it. That's going to first, and that ends the inning. Minnesota able to contain Los Angeles' threat to score there. So after 5, the Twins still maintaining a pretty decent 4-0 lead. Let's see what they got in them for the top of the 6th. And he's going to hit that one to the first baseman for an easy out, number 1. Fuck it all. When you've got nothing left to give, fuck it all. All right, here's the second batter of the inning. He's going to put that one. Oh, that one's going deep, deep, deep back, and that's enough. That is run number 5 for the Twins. Pushing a little cushion on that lead. All right, here we go with batter number 3, and he's going to be sat down on strikes. All right, 2 outs, and Minnesota's been dangerous in this position all game. And that's an easy shot to the first baseman. That'll end the side, but again, Minnesota grabbing one more run, going to the bottom of the 6th. Twins are up 5-0. And here's the pitch. That one's going to the first baseman. He's safe. He's safe. They get it with an infield hit. The runner was able to pound that one out. So Los Angeles going to start the inning off with a runner on first by a hair. And here we go with the double play setup. Nope, doesn't throw it to first. That's all they're going to get is just that guy at second out. So the Twins fielding being a little suspect tonight despite having a 5-0 lead. So with a runner on first and one out, here's the next batter. And that one's going into the gap in right center. That's going to put them up at least a double. And that runner is going to run home, and that's going to put Los Angeles on the board in this one. Their first run of the game. And I think it's time that Minnesota starts looking at the bullpen. They could put a righty and a lefty in the... Alright, but Camilo will still have to pitch himself out of this tricky situation with only one out and a guy at second. And they're able to get to third on a stolen base. Oh, but he's able to get him out. So a free out. That changes the whole dynamic of this situation. And here's the 2-1 count coming to him. That one's going to go to the short second baseman for out number 3. So the Dodgers able to grab one back from the Twins, who still have a 5-1 lead into this one, going to the top of the 7th. All right, here we go. And he's going to be sat down on strikes. Osteen having an impressive pitching day with 11 strikeouts, despite also giving up 5 runs. And that one's going easily in the gap right there in right field. He's going to try for 2, and he's going to get there easily. One out, but a runner on second with the killer Harmon Killebrew coming up to bat. And that one's going deep, kind of right center, but he's going to get there in time. And they're going to hold the runner at the second base with no advancement. 2 down. Here comes the guy who's been responsible for 3 of Minnesota's 5 runs coming up to bat. But not this time. Well, he's going to be victim out number 3. And hey, for all the kids at home, here's a nice rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game that I am not going to sing. But just pretend I am. It's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Okay, I lied. I sang the last part just to make you happy. All right, we're going to make a substitution here for the Twins. Now pitching Johnny Klipstein. And they're going to sit Mel Nelson down. All right. The 0-2 count coming. Oh, that's going to be one right there. He's going to get a base hit off of a laser there to right field. So Los Angeles once again starting off things strong with a hit. That is the wrong sport there, Mr. Low Level. But folks, we got a celebrity in the house, Mr. Low Level Adventure. And he's going to put that. We're going to get a double play out of this one. Hopefully, nope. The Twins again with suspect fielding today. Could have put themselves at 2 outs, but they hold it for some reason at second. All right, here's the 2-2. But the runner is going to get to second easily. And we're going to have a full count. And he's going to walk him for ball 4. I think Minnesota's going to start warming up some guys again. All right, runners on first and second. And he's going to walk the next batter for a bases loaded. Minnesota had been looking good up to this point here, but I don't know. I'm starting to get a little worried that this might be a crack in the team. And now, hit batter is going to score run number 2 for the Dodgers. Now 5-2. And there's one. Once again, suspect fielding. But that's going to put a 3rd run for Los Angeles. Can he get himself out of the jam without too much more bleeding? Is he able to strike him out? That ends the side, but Los Angeles picks up 2 more runs. Going into the top of the 8th with the Twins still up. Not quite by the same margin, but 5-3 nonetheless. Still holding that lead. And it looks like Los Angeles has changed batters now to this guy with a very impressive handlebar mustache. Sinker there, taken for called strike number 1. 2-2 count. Going to the second baseman for an easy out number 1. The Twins could sure use some more insurance runs here. That one's going kind of deep to right, but that's going to be an easy out number 2. All right. Here's your 3rd batter of the inning. And that one's going into the gap in time, and that will be down for a base hit. He's going for 2. And he gets there in time for a double. All right, what should my next commercial break be? Just to kind of add that commercial banter. Nope. That one's going to the gap, and that's going to be out number 3. Not much of a threat for Minnesota in the top of the 8th there. Still leading 5-3. All right. Twins replacing another pitcher. And that out brought to you by Kazooie. Kazooie, another fine product by Banjo Industries. That one again for out number 2. 2 easy outs for the Twins. And strikes him down, sits him down, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Minnesota. They could sure have, that was sure needed after that vicious bottom of the seventh. So here we go, top of the ninth, in Game 3 of the replay of the 1965 World Series. Here we go, the 1-1 count. And he gets it past the first baseman, down for hit number 1 of the inning. Puts a runner on first. And here's the pitcher up to bat. He wasn't able to make the bunt on that one. That's only strike 1. Oh, gets a bunt down on the third base line. And they're able to get the runner out at second. Not a great executed bunt, I gotta say, Bob. All right, here we go with the next batter. Oh, and that's a wild pitch, so the runner on first is going to get to second easily. All right, puts it to the second baseman. That'll be out number 2, no problem, although the Twins got a runner on third. Can the killer put him home for an insurance run? No, but he's going to get there on a wild pitch again. The Twins score on a wild pitch. 6-3. Killebrew didn't even have to do anything for that at bat. Weirdly enough, not registered as an error. And that one's going to shallow right center, but he's going to get there in time to grab it for out number 3. Now it's just up to the Twins to be able to put it away and make sure Los Angeles doesn't do any more damage, and they can take Game 3. Yellow card. When you can find things there, things would get better. Yellow card. All right. Bill Plea is going to stay on for the inning for at least a little bit. They're going to get that one a shallow one. He's going to get there in time to register hit number 1. So Los Angeles starting things out beneficial on their side. That one's going to shallow center. Can he get there in time? He does for out number 1. And not able to grab that one, does he? Yeah, that's an error. It's dropped in foul territory, and the batter will get to keep going. Once again, more suspect fielding by the Twins, but that one's going, and no, he can't get there. Another error. Another error. Twins going to swap out pitchers here with the closer, Al Worthington. And he registers a strikeout for out number 2. And that one's going there to right field. Can he get there? And he does. And the Twins take game number 3. The final score of 6-3. That puts the Minnesota Twins up the series 2-1. All right. So that ends game number 3. Let's see, what time is it? Do we have enough for game number 4? I think we do. All right. Starting game number 4 of the series, once again in Los Angeles. This is on Out of the Park Baseball 21, so it's a baseball sim. Like, I don't actually really control much of what the pitching and batting's doing. I just kind of designate these controls up here. And so it's got all the historical rosters of Major League Baseball from 1901 on. So it's last year's game, playing the 2020 season. I just never got around to getting Out of the Park Baseball 2022. All right, batter number 1, that's going shallow right, but he gets there in time for out number 1. All right, Harmon Killebrew up to bat. And that's going there for the second baseman, who's going to grab that one into shallow right for out number 2. And the hero of the Twins in game number 3, Zolio Versailles. Again, going to put it on the right side, and again, he'll get there in time for a 1-2-3 inning. All right, Jim Merritt with his little porn stash going on. Porn stripe, rather. And Los Angeles going to start things off with a hit into the left side. That hit, of course, brought to you by Oscar Mayer. When you want to make sure your food has a name, Oscar Mayer. The weedy you want to put in your mouth. And he puts him down on strikes. And we got batter number 3. And he'll put him down on strikes. That's consecutive Ks for the inning. Here we go with 2 outs. And that one's going to shallow center. And he drops the ball. The Twins' fielding woes continue, and despite effort by the pitcher to register 2 outs, Los Angeles still has life in him with runners at second and third. That's going to center, and he won't get there. And that scores 2 runs for Los Angeles. So a 2-run double to start the salvo early. And that's an easy one to the second baseman, and that ends the bleeding for the Twins, but they're starting out the bottom of the first. Down 2. Oh, and he gets that one past the second baseman, so the Twins now registering their first out. Maybe they can return the favor. You clipped that. Well, that's good. All right, here we go with the next batter. And he's going to put that one to second. They're going to go 1 and 2 for the double play. All right, here's batter up with 2 outs. And he's going to put that one deep back. Not enough to do it, but that'll be enough to get him on base. Going for 2, and he gets there in time. Well, the Twins still having a pulse in this inning. And it got a walk. Puts another runner on base for Minnesota. It is only fair to return the favor when somebody goes to second base on you. That is true. All right, runners on first and second. And that one's going to the shortstop for an easy, but he drops it at first. And 1 run scores. So off of an error, Minnesota back in the run column. And there's life left in them. Runners in second and third with 2 outs. That one's going to shallow right, but he got there in time. All right, here we are. Bottom of the second. And that one's going deep, way back, but he's got there right before the warning track. For out number 1. We go with the pitch. And that's going to center. That's going down for a hit. It'll be Los Angeles' 3rd of the game. And here we go with the next. Oh, and that's a bunt, but that's going down for an out. Still advances the runner to second. You know, politeness is not a virtue. Most people know this these days, but a place you can find that is the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan sponsoring out number 2. And he walks him. And here we go with the pitch. And that's going deep. That's going deep to right in the corner. But he's there in time to end the inning. No runs for Los Angeles off of a hit. Los Angeles still leading 2-1. And that one's going deep there and right, center right. But they'll get there in time. Out number 1. Here goes an 0-1 count. And that's going center left for easy out number 2. And that one goes to the shortstop for a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down. Dodgers still holding on to that lead. 2-1. And that's going to center, but he grabs it. 1 down. And the pitch. Going to third base. Guns it over to first for out number 2. And here we go with the next batter. Guy who did a lot of damage in the previous innings. And they're going to walk him. Walked on a full count. And another walk. Folks, if you're tired of walking, why not check out the fine auto dealers of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. With amazing interest rates with 19% APR and a very, very affordable and consumer-friendly 6-month plans. And there he goes, out number 3. The side is retired. Stranding 2. Ally still up. 2-1. I actually knew somebody who took a loan out of on a car. They had just got out of bankruptcy like 3 months prior, and they had a 27% interest rate. All right, here's the hit, and it gets past the second baseman for the starting off the things with a runner on first base for Minnesota. And that one's going to left center. And that goes back. Minnesota in the lead with a 2-run home run, 3-2. Off of a 400-footer that just snuck its way over the fence. All right, and here's a batter going to left, but he'll get there in time to register the first out. Yeah, I mean, I can completely understand that, though. It's both a good, bad thing. Kind of like Preparation H. Both a good and a bad thing. Good because it helps take care of a very bad situation. Preparation H. Here we go with one down. That one's going to right field. Can he get there in time? He does. Two down. Minnesota now with a lead. That one's going to first base for out number 3. But, again, Minnesota grabbing 2 off of a 2-run home run. The score now, Minnesota 3. The Dodgers of the City of Angels 2. Bottom of the 4th here now. The first batter up to bat with a 3-2 count. And he puts him down on strikes. That's only his 3rd strikeout of the game. If you find yourself striking out a lot, check out ChristianMingle.com. ChristianMingle.com. Doing the Lord's work, on your knees or not. And here we go with 2 outs. And that one's going, floating its way into right field, but he'll grab out number 3. Prawn, it's a kneeling thing. You know, genuflecting, kneeling at church. I don't know what you're thinking. Get your mind out of the gutter. All right. Twins starting things off with the number 9 hitter batting in the top of the 5th. And he's going to rip that one out to right, but unfortunately that's going to be out number 1 for the Twins. And strike 3 on the number 2 batter. 2 quick outs. And that one's going up the middle. That will register as a base hit. And the Twins once again staying alive like the Bee Gees. Although it's 1965, no one has any idea who the Bee Gees are yet. That one's going just in a shallow center, but he'll grab it for out number 3. No ones, 1 hit, no errors. Here we are, bottom of the 5th. And that one's going to the second baseman, to the first for out number 1. And here we go with the second batter of the inning. And he gets to go to first on balls. Folks, if you find yourself in a situation with a lot of balls, Gold Bond powder to help you out with all your ball problems. That one's going ripped to left, but that's going down for at least a base hit, and he's going to get 2 out of it. And they're going to home, and that's going to put Los Angeles up 3-1. Or 3-3, rather. Sorry, I'm thinking the old score. So Los Angeles actually ties that one up. Tie game. Only 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Minnesota's fielding woes continue. And another one deep to left. That one's going to be good for a home run. And that puts Los Angeles on top, 5-3. Speaking of tops, ChristianMingle.com. All right, still only 1 out. The Twins find themselves back in a hole, but down by 2 runs. And here we are, finally going to register that second out. And he's able to strike out that guy and end the bleeding. But the Twins find themselves down by 2. 5-3. All right, here we go with the leadoff guy, but then he gets hit. That's going to leave a mark. All right, with a runner on first, 2-2 count. And struck him out looking. All right, 1 down. And rips that one to center, but the center fielder will get there in time with a slider. So 2 down. Throw to first, and he gets him out. So that retires the side abruptly. No runs, hits, or errors. Los Angeles still up 5-3. And another walk. Well, there's a bunt. They're going to get him down for 1 out, but it does advance the runner to second. And strikes him out. So 2 down. Oh, and that's another wild pitch. That guy is going to get to third base. Second baseman to first, and that will retire the side. You definitely should try something like this. And he checks out one for a high and wide, ball 1. So the 1-2 count. And that one's going to center right, but the right fielder will get there in time. 1 down. And that one gets past the shortstop. That'll register a hit. So Minnesota doing what they can to chip away at this lead with a guy in first. All right, and there's 1, there's 2. 2 out, double play ends the inning. Los Angeles still leading things here at 5-3. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. All right. Taking a quick commercial break there where I actually had no commercials. But here we are in the bottom of the 7th. And that one's going deep to the shortstop, and it will get to first for out number 1. Second batter is up. And that one's going to go right to the pitcher for out number 2. I actually have some plans for wrestling games when I get the arcade hooked up to be able to stream. I am definitely going to be doing a WrestleFest marathon. WrestleFest and then probably the WrestleMania arcade game. All right, 2 outs. 0-1 count coming down the tubes. That's the third baseman, snatches it for out number 3. All right, top of the 8th. This is time for Minnesota to do something if they are going to do something. And that's definitely not how you want to start things off if you are trying to make a rally. All right, here we go with Killebrew. That one's going deep to left, but he'll snatch that one for out number 2. All right, 2 down. Going to center, but he's going to grab that one for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning. And it's time for the Twins to make a substitution at pitcher. That one's going to be a blooper there to shallow left, and the shortstop will grab it. Here we are with one out. And that one gets by the second baseman. That'll be down for a hit. Here we go with one out. Oh, he's going to run, but he's going to throw to second and not get there in time. Folks, if you have problems getting there in time, may we suggest the fine products of Depends. Depends. When you want something there to be dependable, Depends. Oh, and another wild pitch there for the Twins. That's going to get the runner to third. Not looking good for Minnesota in this one. And that's going to go to center for out number 2, but they are going to score another run. That will not get there in time. 6-3, Los Angeles. So 2 down, pitching. And that one's going to go down for a hit as it zooms its way up the middle. And another wild pitch. And the catcher has somehow run into the stands. Probably to sign an autograph for a fan. I don't know if Make-A-Wish is a thing yet at 1965, but let's pretend it was. And 2 first in time to end the inning, but Minnesota's only got one more inning to try to run a 4-run rally. Based off how things have been looking, I don't have a lot of confidence. Here's the first batter of the inning. And strikes out. Los Angeles 2 outs away from tying the series. And now they're 1 out away. Here we go. Last out of, potentially last out of Game 4. With Los Angeles up 6-3. And he goes down on strikes. And the boys from the mighty Mississippi don't have enough in them, as Los Angeles ties the series up 2-2 with a 6-3 win. All right. So I think we'll kick things off with game number 5, possibly tomorrow. I think we're going to wrap things up for the stream for the evening. Folks, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentary. We'll do this again soon. Good evening, good night, and good luck.